1, 2, 3, clap. I thought I wasn't recording then, and I remembered we were recording bonus stuff.
Did you wind up enough?
Hi, and welcome to Hey Buddy Nice Podcast. Over there in Scotland, rocking a new protein shake drink. That's Brogan Hastings.
And over there fishing the ice out of his drink in Australia, it's Wayne Giovinazzi.
Yes, I mean, it's because I've been aware of it for like forever that my ice makes noise on the microphone, and it annoys me every time. And there's times when it's like really loud and annoying, and I do cut that out. But then it's like, nah, I don't want to deal with that anymore. So I've gotten rid of the ice, so we're not going to have that problem anymore. Right, so I slurped a bit too hard and it hit the back of my throat.
Gross.
And now I'm all choky.
That sounds like you problem.
Hey, it's just as bad as double handling apple pies. McDonald's apple pies, of course. You're doing some research still. It looks like you're still researching. What are you researching, Brogan?
So this is to do with my part of my nutrition.
Your nutritional journey
that we spoke about. We started talking about last week. So spoke again. So I calls with Nick on Friday. So I spoke to Nick again on Friday. We were talking about stuff and how it was going. And he wants me to up my protein intake.
Yeah.
Because I was getting like 70 to 80 grams of protein a day.
Which is not enough.
It's not enough. Considering I probably went from 0 or like minimal, maybe like 20 grams of protein a day, if that. I thought that was pretty good. He was like, no, he's like, we need to up that. We need to up that to minimum 100 grams a day.
So do we need? I think we might need to get Nick back on, because unless he's explained this to you fluently and why do you need this protein? I thought protein would be like, if you're consuming too much protein, you're not going to be losing weight. You're going to be either keeping or gaining.
So protein helps to build muscle, which burns fat faster.
Ah, okay.
So
gotcha.
that's the basics of it, and that's about as much as I can explain.
All right. I might just go to the pantry, get some of that protein powder, put it in my iceless drink right now then. Well, just, anything that can help.
Well, literally, what I'm drinking right now is, so obviously I can't drink like regular protein stuff because, can't drink meat products.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Kez, is our protein powder meaty or is it meat-free?
It is not plant.
Is it hooves?
No.
TBD.
It's not.
It's not plant-based.
I don't think it's plant-based. Yeah, we'll find out. We'll keep updated. You can just interrupt when you find out. Yeah, no, most aren't.
So I was looking for that, and I don't like my experience with protein powders in the past or protein shakes in the past has been like, vanilla or chocolate. And chocolate, I want to like chocolate, and it tastes fucking terrible. It's always the worst flavor.
Yep.
So,
it's probably because they're trying to avoid putting like sugar in it as well.
Yeah, it always tastes off. They can never get it right. So I'm just like, no, I'm just going to avoid that. But what I found was clear protein powder. Which for me, considering I want to make it with water and not milk.
Yes.
Then I think clear. So this is the flavour is described as lime sorbet clear protein powder.
It's clear protein powder, but it's flavoured.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, got ya.
Yours is flavourless, apparently.
Yes, yeah. I was going to bring that up after you talked about yours, but apparently it got picked up on the microphone. Ours is indeed flavourless. We say ours, I do not consume any of it.
It is one of the only ones in the Australian market that actually is tasteless.
Yeah, so tasteless, I think they advertise it as, rather than flavourless.
Yeah, I've seen that a couple of times where it's like unflavoured and whatever.
Unhomogenized, untouched by human hands.
Yep. So I was trying to find something like that to just add a bit of protein in, and I found that, and I thought, what, I'll give it a shot. It's not amazing, but it's not bad.
Okay. That's fine then. If it's not bad, I mean, it's not good.
It's not bad.
It's not great.
It's but it does have
It
a
is
lot of
from
protein in it.
bovine.
Okay, we got an update. It
Update.
is bovivinous. It's bovine.
Oh, bovine.
B-O-R-C-I-N.
Bovine meaning it is from the bow, which is Latin for cow.
There you
I
go.
don't know if that's true.
So this is 20 grams of protein in it per serving.
Okay, and how many servings did you put in that one? Because that's a big cup thing.
This is
a big tumbler.
one. So it's 2 scoops to 600 ml of water, which is one serving. This is serving 2 of the day. So I had one for breakfast.
So that's 2 servings in there. So is it 600
No, it's not.
Okay.
One serving is 2 scoops.
Yep. So there's 2 scoops with 600 ml of water in that right now, is what I'm hearing.
That is one serving.
Yep.
Before we were recording for breakfast, I already had one of these. So this is my second one of the day.
Gotcha.
So
it's so weird. It's so weird hearing you saying serving without saying absolute cunt after it.
As a protein and collagen at the same time.
I mean,
What's
who
that?
says I can't
It
be?
has protein and
It also contains collagen and... Oh, it's protein and collagen. That's why
There
it's
you go. Breaking
bovivinous.
news.
no,
Yep.
collagen is
Right, yeah, so
So there we go.
continuing on with protein is your goal.
Yes. So today I've had, including this, 2 of these and a vegan jerky bar, which takes me to
Ooh.
50 grams of protein before 12
That's all
o'clock.
right.
That's pretty good.
That's good. So let's see. I mean, it's post 12 o'clock now. Right now, it's almost 20 past 7 for me. Today,
Yeah, for you. It's 20
Today-
past 11 for me.
Today I have had multiple chocolate, because, you know, it's little fun size ones. So probably more than one regular bar size.
Yeah.
I had like a fried egg with bread, with some aioli on it. So there's protein in the egg, I think, and that's probably about it. Oh, I ate some leftovers from last night's dinner, which was like a satay chicken noodle stir fry thing. So I guess I am eating some protein.
Yeah.
I was going to name all this stuff and assume I've eaten no protein. But of course, I assume that fully packed with protein McDonald's fries.
Well, you'd be surprised what kind of protein's in stuff. Because I started looking at it now and seeing grams, and quite often I'm like, that's quite a lot of protein.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind that I'm looking at like plant-based snacks like nuts and whatever.
Yeah.
The thing that really puts me off is that I look at that in comparison to the calories, and I'm like, ha! No.
Yeah, it doesn't.
This is
the
90
trade-off.
calories for one serving, which is good.
Okay.
90 calories for 20 grams of protein, I'll take it.
So does that mean you drink your 90 calories and you go onto your walking pad to burn 90 calories
Pretty
in the
much.
same day?
Pretty
Yeah.
much. I mean, what was yesterday?
Yesterday was Saturday.
It was Saturday. I mean, what did I do yesterday?
Well, I wouldn't know that. Why would you ask me?
So yesterday was, so I got this yesterday, so I was trying it out. So I ended up accidentally having only 1 scoop. And I was like, this tastes plain as shit.
You didn't read the instruction manual.
I did not read the instructions, so I had just 1.5 servings.
Okay.
So I had 135 calories in snacks, because I'm counting it as snacks. And according to the app, burned 152 calories in exercise.
Okay, well there you go.
I think I burned more.
Probably.
The thing is, it's only what the app picks up, and it's only because my phone is in my pocket. I've actually charged up my Apple Watch, and I think
good.
that might do better.
I was going to say, is that off your watch or is it just off the app? So you're using the app and like inputting what you're doing.
No, so my phone's in my pocket, so it's
Okay, your phone doesn't know how hard you're going.
No, it doesn't. But what I will say is, it's great. It gets most of it. I think it misses about, certainly the Pokemon Go app misses about 0.2 of a kilometre every single time. But
So 200 meters for those playing at home.
I know, it's annoying. So, but yeah, it picks it up on there.
You should. Do you know of the app Strava?
I don't think
It's a tracking app for like exercise and that. Like, say you go for a walk or a ride or a skate or whatever, it will track you and like shows where you went, and you can upload that, and you can call that like, this is my walking loop, and I did it in this time, and you can share that with friends.
Screenshots of that where people have like walked in penis shapes.
Yeah, exactly. You should Strava your treadmill walks, so it's all just in one spot, and you can become the top person of that.
I should.
Yeah.
But so that's been quite good. So that's my goal for the moment is up the protein, sort out the macros, because Nick went through. There's really complicated calculations for your macros.
The macros.
So I didn't know what they were until the app explained it to me.
Are you about to give away trade secrets of Nick Tangeman?
No.
Okay.
Because I already knew before Nick told me, so this is not trade secrets of Nick Tangeman. So macros are essentially amounts of protein, fat, and carbs. That's all it is. Protein, fat, and carbs. It's another word for that.
Yeah. I would have called it pet fuckers. No, that doesn't sound good. I was like, pet fuckers. I retract my previous statement. Yeah. They thought it through. I didn't think it through before talking, which is my usual.
Exactly. So my research was just, I was having a look to see if there was any other flavours. There's another brand called My Protein, which has clear vegan protein powder, and one of the flavours is raspberry mojito. Interesting.
So raspberry mint, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Why do they assume people want flavours? Because if it's flavourless, are you still having like the Huel Scoopy meal thingies?
Yes.
If it's flavourless, you could just chuck in a couple of scoops of protein in that as well.
Probably, but that messes with the consistency of food, don't forget.
The one we've got doesn't really. It doesn't mess with taste or consistency that much. But again, it's bivivinous.
Yes.
And as you know, cow messes with nothing.
Personally, I like it with flavour because it ups my water intake.
Yeah, okay, all right.
So with this, because it's water and it turns into a clear liquid, it counts towards water intake, which means when I'm finished this, I've already had almost 1.5 litres of water.
That's a good start, yeah. Considering you should be having, they say, what, 2 litres of water a day or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And because of this, my sneak also counts, so I get to count that, which is
that's getting some sneaky water in there, yeah.
And we've got a cooler outside outside our room at work, so I can just
a water cooler. Okay, like a big tank of water
like
thing.
I press the button and it goes.
It's where people stand around and talk gossip.
Yes.
Around the water cooler, yeah.
Although we don't stand at the water cooler and talk gossip. Martin just comes in our room and shuts the door. It's like, right, what's happening?
Here's the tea, bitches. So when you said cooler, I thought you meant like an esky or a chili bin, or I don't know what else to call them in other parts of the world.
Yeah. That's like a food cooler. I know what you meant.
Yeah, that you take to a barbecue or a picnic.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm saying that to you, because people in the UK do not dine outside due to the weather. Yeah. Barbecue is a cuisine. It's not a place where you eat. You don't eat outside at a barbecue. It's a type of food.
It's not a long line of dolls then.
I'm missing something. Something is going straight over my head here. Oh my god, how did I not get that? Holy shit.
A brain joke. That is such a brain joke.
Yeah, I retire. I'm handing in my badge and my gun. I give in. I surrender.
This is the comedy police. The joke's too funny. I'm not going back to jail.
Not for you, not for nobody.
That's an old vine. I love that vine. So yeah. Trying to up the protein, still sticking with the Huel. Huel's expensive, man.
I expected it would be.
It's I think went in a little bit overeager to start with, because I was having literally Huel for every meal.
Hang on, did you go Only Murders in the Building with that gut milk stuff and just buy like cartons of it?
The opposite. Well, not quite. So you get So for every bag of the meal stuff, you get 7. There's 7 meals per bag, right?
Yeah, okay.
I got 3 bags, which is 21
21.
meals.
Yep, math.
And I was having 2 a day for for
Okay.
lunch and dinner. So that's 10 and a half days.
Yeah.
So, I think I've kind of found the balance now, because if I'm having this for breakfast, it means I'd have the shake for lunch and I have the food for dinner,
Yeah.
which
yeah.
spreads out the length of the bag. So when I reorder, when I change my subscription for next time, I don't know what's going on.
I heard it too.
Yeah.
I heard it too. Brogan is gonna go. Oh no, hang on. They're just listening. They're listening. There was noise.
They're too far away now.
Everything seems fine.
If you can
Everything's
hear them,
fine,
put your
okay.
hand up and I'll go and investigate. Shout at them, what the fuck?
Did you listen to the latest episode?
I did.
Yep, okay. Including the part when you went to yell at your dad?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, oh
good.
my god! So when I order my next round, I'm working it out. I'm actually calculating how much.
How much one meal costs?
Well, no, not even price, because the price isn't bad if I do it that way. What was horrific was thinking that I would have to do order this every week. You know. So I was like, but if I've worked out now that if I order a certain number of bags, that does me for the month. So I'm okay with that. And it's 150 quid a month.
Oh, yeah. So if you consider how much you would spend on food,
Yeah.
yeah, it's comparable, I think.
It's pretty good. And if mum gets this stuff, she can get it in the supermarket for $5 cheaper than I can, because she's
Okay.
got the Nectar points or whatever.
I was gonna say the Tesco card or whatever it happens to be.
It's Sainsbury's free shopping. So
Oh, la-di-da, my bad. Sorry, I was not aware of your prestigiousness.
it's pretty much the same thing. It's like the Sainsbury's
Yeah,
equivalent
I know
of Tesco
nothing
Club
about
card.
these. Sainsbury's sounds more fancy, that's all.
It's the orange supermarket. There's the green supermarket, there's the yellow supermarket, the
So I'm guessing
blue
it's...
and the orange.
So you'd say though they're all aligned with each other, except below that you've got Aldi.
Below that's Aldi, and above them all is Marks and Spencer's.
Not yeah. Is there anything below Aldi? Have you got local grocers, local grocery stores, independent grocers?
Not really. I think there's some in Edinburgh, but I don't think... I don't live in Edinburgh, so I don't know.
Yeah. I put them lower because they're expensive.
Yeah. So probably Aldi's, Lidl is probably underneath. Then you've got the rainbow of supermarkets, and then you've got Marks and Spencer's, and above that Waitrose.
Waitrose.
Yeah.
It sounds like a planet where superheroes comes from.
Waitrose is the uber
Well, no, I'm
expensive.
thinking it sounds like Westeros, which is like Game of Thrones or something.
That is Game of Thrones, yes.
Hey, look at me.
Look at you with your knowledge. And how many
Do you know
episodes of Game
what?
of Thrones have you seen?
0, but yesterday I watched episode 3 of The Bucket Show.
Oh.
And they had people, I forget who they were, but this is the episode with Penn, where Penn comes and tells a story.
All right.
And they do their improv. But after that, they have some people to promote their show, which is Game of Thrones, the musical parody.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so Game of Thrones was sort of in the forefront of my mind a little bit.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Yep. Damn it. I'm enjoying rewatching The Bucket Show. This is the same reason why I archive all of my podcasts that I like. Mm-hmm. Because one day they won't be a thing anymore.
Yeah.
This show won't be a thing anymore. Mm-hmm. ICS will no longer exist. And then in the future, I'll be like, you know what? I would like to have a listen.
Yeah.
And
In
see
the
what,
nursing home.
just reminisce. Yeah, exactly. And that's this. This is 5 years later, 6 years later for The Bucket Show.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big gap.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be like you in maybe 5 or 6 weeks' time rewatching The Nanny. It's like, gee, I remember back when.
I remember back when I hadn't seen this.
Your life was completely different.
It was.
It really was.
It really was.
You had only one fixation, and that went by a capital T.
But yeah, and then TikTok said, I bet you'd like this. And I went, you know what, TikTok? I do.
So TikTok is to blame for... Hang on. So TikTok is to blame for the fixation. We're going into the nanny talk.
Kind of. I think I've said this before, that a video came up on my TikTok feed, and I went, the butler looks a little bit like Taylor. I should maybe watch a bit of this. But also, I like years ago, friends on Tumblr like watched it as like when they were young.
Yeah.
So I'd always seen like clips and gists and pictures and all that of the series. I was always vaguely aware of it. But
yeah, it's. I find it hard to go back and watch any of these older sitcoms now, because, I mean, there's some that, like, Kez has seen many times, like Friends, for example. I fucking hate Netflix. I hate all streaming services for this reason, is that it can just be put on and annoy the shit out of me, because I don't like it, frankly. But then I remember we got a streaming service, and one of the things on there was The Nanny, and Kez watched it all. But that's one of the things that she only did one time.
Funny.
Yeah.
Very strange.
I thought you'd be yelling. It's like, what the fuck? Why would you not put this on non-stop?
I mean, I understand why people don't. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm looking over your shoulder, and Kez is watching Call the Midwife.
Yes, she is.
Which I recognise because one of the actors in it is Stephen McGann, who is brother to Paul McGann, the 8th Doctor.
No relation to David McGann of David McGann's World Around Him, played by Sean McAuliffe.
There you go. But
David McGann also is Dr. Miracle, MD, and a lawyer whose name I can't remember.
Yeah.
Start!
But yeah, I can understand why people don't love it, but I think I've always kind of liked...
It's not that. It's not about not loving it. It's about, like, why watch Friends for the umpteenth time when you can put on The Nanny?
Exactly. I don't get that. You know, but...
That's all I'm saying.
To each their own, I guess.
Because I've tried, about a decade or so, probably longer ago, I tried to rewatch... This is before streaming services, in Australia at least. Probably before streaming services. And only method of getting it was to obtain it through the interwebs. The Drew Carey Show.
Oh, yes.
Are we doing an eye test? You covered up one eye.
Eye patch.
Oh, yeah, exactly. No, this is back in the days of, even then, Mega Nova was gone. Mini Nova. You probably wouldn't even know that.
I don't know.
Probably have, no, you wouldn't be familiar with.
LimeWire days?
No. Post that. Post your LimeWire and your Morpheus and your Kazaa. No, this was the Pirate Bay of the time.
That might have been me in my straight and narrow years.
Yeah. Straight edge Brogan. No, but it's like the quality was just terrible because not only is it terrible, but I don't think there was a DVD release.
Oh.
So this is just what people had recordings of that they had digitized, I think. And because this is also a show that was recorded on video and not on film, the quality is even worse.
Yeah.
Unlike things like Seinfeld, which the quality holds up because that was done on film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm assuming. I heard this. I've heard this before, or I did some research into it and discovered this. But no, Drew Carey Show, for example, at the time, as a kid, it's like, I loved the show. It doesn't hold up. Just doesn't hold up. And I feel like there's a lot of older sitcoms like that don't hold up.
I think there's a lot of jokes. I think as a whole, there's the best of both worlds in sitcoms, because sometimes there's just jokes that are just timeless, and then sometimes, as with every sitcom, they will always have jokes that are relevant to that time.
Oh, absolutely.
That don't make sense. So take The Nanny, for example. There's a whole episode where Fran and Val move into an apartment because Val wants her own apartment, and she's like, I need a roommate, and Fran's like, oh, okay, I guess. She's like, it's full of hot single guys. She's like, well, okay then. They go there, and the landlord walks in, and everybody's cheering and screaming. And he's very camp, and he's like, my significant ada, Leonard. And they all start screaming and cheering, right? Now, I don't know what's going on. And it's only when I started looking at the Laverne and Shirley stuff that I realised that he's the guy that plays Squiggy.
Yep.
And obviously Leonard, Lenny.
They're doing fan service, is what it is.
Yeah. So jokes like that, and sometimes when they talk about certain things, like certain actors or stuff, Marky Mark, I've got no idea who that is.
Marky Mark?
I don't know who
you don't know who
Marky
Mark is. Marky Mark is Mark Wahlberg.
No!
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
No
It is
way.
Mark Wahlberg. Absolutely. How are you... this is like... I don't know this... I don't know the music. I don't know anything. I only know this from references.
No!
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Brogan's eyes have been opened.
Okay, maybe that one does stand up to time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're seeing me learn references.
Yep.
In real time.
I mean, it can go one of two ways. Because the other way it can go is Married with Children, right? The Al Bundy show.
Yeah.
There was an episode where this... I don't know for sure. This is just from my memory. But I think Al and his wife Peggy, they went on a cruise and left the kids behind because they were old enough to stay by themselves.
Yeah.
But then the cruise ship sinks or something. And they're assumed dead. And but there were other people on this cruise ship as well. One of the people was Gilbert Gottfried.
Okay.
Playing himself. He was Gilbert Gottfried. Right? So I remember it cutting back and forward between like them like on like a life raft with Gilbert and like I don't remember who was annoying, whether it was Gilbert or them. I think Gilbert was just getting fucking annoyed with them, more or less. But then it would cut back to home and interviewing the Bundy children. It's like, do you remember where you were when you first heard that the such and such cruise ship sank and that voice of Iago the parrot, Gilbert Gottfried, was dead? Not talking about their parents or anything. But you got references like that which will stand the test of time because Gilbert Gottfried as the voice of Iago the parrot. Kids still watch old Disney movies, I'm sure.
100%. That was my first introduction to Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh, so. Yeah, me too, definitely. It has to have been. I still quote that movie. Gilbert quotes. Like, why am I not surprised? I think I'm going to have a heart attack and die from not surprised. That is my favourite line from the entire movie.
That is a great line. What I mostly remember is the fact that in one of the sequels that Gilbert did, he sings...
Was it a sequel or was it the cartoon TV show?
No,
was singing it was a sequel.
It was a sequel. He sings an entire song.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I fucking love this.
See, that's what I really liked about the TV show, the series, is that it was Gilbert as well. But the genie wasn't Robin Williams because they didn't have Robin Williams money for that, I'm assuming. But it was Dan Castellaneta, voice of Homer the Simpson.
I was going to say, because he done the voice. Yeah. I think Dan Castellaneta did the voice in this movie that he sings in.
Second movie, I think.
Return of Jafar.
But then Robin Williams came back for the third.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Because they reached an agreement.
Yeah. Well, the original agreement was, what was it?
They weren't allowed to promote the fact that Robin Williams was in the film. He was doing it for
or
love.
To hinge on that fact that, hey, it's a Robin Williams movie. You're going to come and see this because it's a Robin Williams movie.
Yeah.
Wanted it to be, well, no, this is feature film Aladdin by Disney Studios Animation.
And he was also pissed off because Disney, actively worked to sabotage Ferngully, which Robin Williams did as a passion project.
I saw that at the cinemas, Ferngully.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
I don't remember much about it. It had the na 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 song. It na 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 na. I can't remember how the lyrics go. No, nothing. It's gone from my head.
The only na 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 song I can think of is the My Chemical Romance one, and that is well after that.
And it's not the Beatles one either.
I can't remember the Beatles.
It's not Hey Jude.
All right, yeah.
Yeah. Fuck it. No, we'll find it in the break. No, Ferngully. It's not a good movie. I mean, his character, his name was Batty.
Yes, I know that
and he was a crazy batty bat.
Yeah, and he had a rap at some point. Robin Williams rapped in that film.
Maybe. But, this song as well.
Was Tim Curry not in that film?
I don't know.
It's like
I could
Toxic
not
Sludge
say.
or something.
I don't know if there's Toxic Sludge. Because it was like about logging or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. And they made a second one. They made a Ferngully too.
Was Robin Williams in that one?
Don't know. We'd have to consult the expert on that. The Robin Williams expert, which is imdb.com/Robin Williams. I don't actually think that's how IMDb works, but yeah. No, I'm not sure. But can we think of an animated movie that does have Tim Curry in it?
Animated movie that does have Tim Curry in it.
There's
probably so many, but I just think of Tim Curry and I can only think of Muppets Treasure Island, Clue, or Home Alone 2. And I know the other bit that comes into my head is where he's like, the one place that capitalism can't touch, space.
Oh, okay. Of course, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Look, I don't know. I don't know any Tim Curry animation work, but apparently he was Darth Sidious in the Clone Wars 2012 to 2014.
Oh.
I don't recognize most of this shit here. No. Wild Thornberrys. He was Nigel Thornberry?
He was. That's where it was. Yeah.
What?
Smashing.
He was He was... How did I not know? I always had a huge aversion for the Wild Thornberrys. Mm-hmm. I didn't like the theming. I didn't like the animation.
Wow, really?
Yeah. If I hadn't known it was Tim Curry, I may have been completely turned around on that. Oh, yeah. He was also in Jimmy Neutron and Rugrats Go Wild because, of course, that was Nigel Thornberry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd completely forgotten that he was in that.
Yeah, I never even knew. I have to speak about something topical because this is going to happen before this episode comes out.
Okay.
But after the next episode comes out.
Okay.
So I have an appointment on Wednesday, the 17th. Oh yeah, never mind. It will be coming out after. my day maths isn't right. Yeah, I was good on the Huel math, where 3 7s are 21.
Yep.
But no. Yeah, for some reason I was thinking it was happening on the Monday or the Tuesday, but it's actually the Wednesday, the 17th. I have a visa interview for a US visa.
Well, that's exciting.
Because I figure I have to... No, it's not exciting whatsoever. It's terrible times.
It's progress. That's what I mean.
Look, I've already had to go through this.
Wade shot me a glare.
In 2018.
Yep.
All right? Or 2017, leading up to it. Mm-hmm. Going to America the first time, because I have to have a travel visa to go into the country.
Yes.
So it took a long time to get sorted. I also had to go do a visa interview at the US consulate in Perth back then as well. But it's not just the kind of thing that they renew. You have to go and get another one. But apparently they can it can be fast-tracked, or not fast-tracked, but yeah, they can say, yeah, you've had one before, easy, done.
Yeah.
Apparently not the case for me this time around. Unless I'll get there and they'll say, yep, all good, stamp, give me your passport.
Yeah.
So in 2018, it's like, yep, you approved, you have to give us your visa, which then has to get sent to the eastern states so they can put the little visa sticker in your passport. And then they send it back. Mm. They give you no time frame on this, on how long it's going to take.
Yikes.
I received my passport 2 days before traveling.
That would honestly scare the shit out of me.
Oh, yeah. I was cutting it fine. I was fucking cutting it close. But look, this is literally just because it's valid for 5 years. I'm going to need it because I will be going back to America in that time, some point. I highly doubt it'll be this year, but due to other factors.
Yeah.
Like money, for example, is the biggest one. Yeah. But no, it's just troublesome. Just having to go there and deal with it. It's stressful. I don't know. Maybe it's anxiety as well, but I'm not sure. But I've decided I'm only going to have one major thing like that bother me at a time. So that's why I haven't gotten a haircut.
Okay.
And it's also why I haven't made a doctor's appointment for about a million different reasons of needing to see a doctor.
Okay, so once this is over, what's the next on the priority list?
I'll make a doctor's appointment.
Okay.
And then I'll get a haircut. I won't make a doctor's appointment and be like, oh, my doctor's appointment's next week, so I'm going to do nothing.
Right, okay.
Yeah. But with the visa thing, right, my concern is when I got my current visa renewed, I've been traveling with 2 visas for the last couple of years to get into America.
Yeah.
Because my old visa with I've been traveling with 2 passports because the old passport with the visa in it expired. Right? But they don't give you another visa to put in your new passport. They just cut off the bottom of the passport, all the information on it. You travel with that one with the visa in it and your new passport.
So you mean your passport expired, but the visa hadn't?
Yes.
Right.
Yes,
Cool.
that's right. Yeah. The visa still had like a year left on it. So last year, when we went to Vegas for your big 30th birthday, 2 passports.
Yeah.
Same with Scootfest 2022. 2 passports.
Yeah.
Now, the problem I think with this is going to the visa interview because it says bring all passports that are currently in your possession, expired or not.
Yeah.
They're going to look at them. I still think they're going to question whether it's me or not. Because
I mean this in the kindest way. Is it still got fat weighing on it?
It does, absolutely. Hang on, let me get my passports. 1 second. I won't post pictures of these because they've got sensitive information in them.
Rosie Jones.
Oh, yeah.
Rosie Jones.
Did you vamp to the... Rosie Jones. Did you vamp to the cheese bags while I was away?
No, I was listening to Kez talk about
All right, so this passport issued 15th of March 2011. This is I was fine with this. I'm fine with that version of me.
Yeah.
That's not terrible. Hang on, let me turn off the light. There we go. It's better without the light. That's okay. That's passable. That's not horrible. Oh, God. This was issued February 2020.
Wow, you really have changed a lot.
Yeah. There's a guy in Australia, shock jock radio guy, by the name of Kyle Sandilands, and I feel like I look like Kyle Sandilands in that photo, and that is not good.
Do they do it by sight or do they use biometrics?
Well, that's the thing. When I did my application online, the online portion of the visa, they ask, have you been such and such before? And I'm like, I don't know what that means. But it had like 10 in its name. And then I do a quick Google search, and that's fingerprinted. You know how you're fingerprinted?
Oh, yeah.
Going in, where they do the digital scans of your fingerprints?
Yeah.
So, yeah, they probably will do biometrics. I remember in 2018, I had to do that as well at the visa application, at the interview.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, all right. I'll be all right. But last year, going into the country, they didn't take my biometrics again.
Yeah, they didn't take mine either last year.
Yeah, I think it's if you've done it within the last 5 years, they won't do it necessarily.
That makes sense.
Yeah. See that pink suitcase there? Mm-hmm. Not mine.
So where's Kez going now?
Well, she's got a friend coming over from Canada, the great land of Canada. Mm-hmm. And maybe not next week. Oh, well, no. So, I mean, there are clearly stickers all over that case, as you can see. And what do you assume those stickers are all about?
Laddie.
Why do you think she'd be travelling then?
So, well, I wasn't sure if it would be a Harry concert, a Louis concert. Kez goes and sees everything, so it could be everything.
It's funny that you're saying concert and not pluralizing it.
Did I not say concerts? I meant concerts.
No, you didn't. No, yeah, exactly. So it's Lewis. It's Louis. So she'll be going
King
away.
Chav himself.
Mr. Ned.
Mr. Yobble.
So yeah, she'll be going to over east because he's not coming to Perth. Mm-hmm. Meeting her friend there. Mm-hmm. And then they're coming back to Perth.
Cool.
So, and it's for a little while, a couple of weeks maybe. I'm not exactly sure. But no, it's a pink suitcase because remember, my pink suitcase got destroyed.
It did, yeah.
And then Kez, she's like, I'm going to do a pink suitcase, motherfucker. I've still got the carry-on pink one. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've been making myself sad though. I've been watching Vegas and Disney videos. Mm-hmm. It's like I shouldn't be doing this. It's like I've also decided it's one of the reasons why I've not been listening to ICS outside of when I'm in the car, because they bring up Scootfest all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So watching Vegas videos, like latest updates, like there's a Travel Ruby is a channel I like.
Yeah.
And she does here's the Vegas updates for January, here's the Vegas updates for February, what's going on in Las Vegas. And it's like 98% of the stuff she's saying is like, yeah, no shit, I'm aware of this, I know that.
Yeah. Well, it was
because
no, you go.
We are the number one Las Vegas podcast based out of Scotland and Australia.
We are.
Yeah.
But it's like the YouTube channel I watch, or have subscribed for Vegas updates, Norma Helly. She done a behind the scenes tour for new Cirque show, and I'm like, oh, I wonder what new Cirque show is. It was fucking Mad Apple, and I'm like, that's not new.
It's so new that the fucking headliner has left.
Exactly.
After over a year.
Exactly. I was like, no.
I did watch one yesterday, and it was these are some attractions that you might not have heard, that you probably haven't heard of in Las Vegas. And she's like, oh, I'm going to try and do things that I haven't done on my channel before. To their credit, they went to the Punk Rock Museum, which I didn't know existed.
Oh, cool.
But then they went and did the fly link down the Link Promenade, the zip line. It's like,
you literally just have to look up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, didn't know about that. I mean, I won't ever go on it, but...
I mean, I suppose that's
I'd
where
rather
the difference...
go on it than be under it.
Yeah. I mean...
Bleh.
Yeah. I suppose the difference is it stuff that people might not have heard of, or things that she's not done on her channel before, because that's a big difference.
She did both. Actually, the first thing she did was she hired like one of those 3-wheeled electric vehicle thingies.
Oh, yeah.
Like, well, I've heard of them because I've seen them, but I'd never do that. It's starting at $99. Minimum amount of time is an hour, so it's $99 for an hour.
Wow.
But I'm going to go take it somewhere where you probably wouldn't really know. She went to Red Rocks. Red Rock Canyon.
Yeah, no.
Which, no, I agree. Go to Red Rock Canyon.
Oh, I want to go to Red Rock Canyon desperately.
And take one of these things because it's only $10 because it's a motorcycle fee instead of $20 for a regular car. Because it's a small vehicle.
There you go. Chris, are you listening? Because Chris keeps texting me with stuff to do.
You have to have a license though. Yeah.
Chris has a license. That's fine.
Oh, yeah. But you don't want to run out of charge halfway around the loop.
That's true.
And it's not fully enclosed, so you could easily burn.
And I do burn very easily.
Yes.
And then we would have to stop off in Kablip.
No. Kablip is over there, and I don't think it exists anymore. Red Rock is over here. Yeah. Vegas in the middle. Yeah. The strip, yeah.
I swear to God, if Handro's in Vegas this year, I'm going to find him and I'm going to say, you want to go to Kablip? We're going to go to Kablip. You and me are the only two people on the planet Earth who want to go to Kablip.
I'm going to say it doesn't exist. I don't think it exists.
I don't know.
Yeah. But I've also been watching like Disneyland videos and stuff like that. Now, I see... The type of tier of Disneyland videos I watch, say like a food video, for example, there are channels that I watch who go all the time, they do this all the time, post videos all the time. I watched one today, which was by the main guy from the Try Guys, and it was completely different because he does a thing called eating the entire menu, which you can't do at Disneyland. So that like, don't get me wrong, he ate a fuck ton of food, different foods, but I considered this like the Disney food video for the layman, because it's like having a churro, having Dole Whip, like the bare basics.
The stuff that people who have never been to Disneyland know about.
Well, not just that. It's also he comes at it from a perspective of someone who isn't there with their magic key that goes like 3 times a week. He's doing it from a legitimate perspective, saying, "Yeah, this was shit." Yeah. Remember how we went to the Cheesecake Factory?
Yes.
We're over halfway through part 1 of him eating the entire menu at the Cheesecake Factory. Do you remember the novel of a menu at the Cheesecake Factory?
Yes.
It was fucking gigantic.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
This is part 1 and it goes for like an hour 40.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I mean, that
it's
thing
insane.
was huge.
Yeah.
I miss Cheesecake Factory. I miss Olive Garden. I miss American food in general.
I tell you, watching this Cheesecake Factory, seeing the food and hearing what he has to say about it, it makes me want to actually go back to the Cheesecake Factory, because when we've been there, it's kind of like, I don't know what I want to eat really. And I've figured that we went twice last year.
Yeah.
We went once with Paul. Paul had the sweet corn tamale cakes, which convinced us to get them.
Yeah.
As far as I was concerned, that was the only thing I would ever get from there again. I've seen like 5 or 6 different things that he ate out of the 700 so far that I'd probably eat.
Yeah. I'm
So
really... I mean, I liked both mine. What was the first... I had some kind of pasta dish. I can't remember what it was, but it was fucking good.
Yeah. But it's not like because they're fucking known for their huge portions as well. He's not like eating all of it. He's tasting it all and then moving on. But he looks like he's going to die at this stage.
I'm not surprised. I mean, I felt like I was going to die after like 2 tamale cakes.
Oh, yeah. 1 and I was dead.
Yeah.
I was like, these are small. I can eat these. It's still a lot of fucking food.
Yeah, because I remember them coming and being like, I kind of wish I'd ordered something more. And then after like 2, be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I have to now sit in a show for this.
Yeah. What did we go and see after that? Oh.
That's
right, because I drove the food
hotel.
back.
Yeah, that was it.
It's like, because there was too much food to waste.
Did you have to get your glasses or something?
Maybe, I don't know. But no, it was definitely to put the food in the fridge. But you remember that time? How they wouldn't bring us the good bread? The brown one? The brown bread? My God, those fucking assholes. Look at this. We're how many months on and we're still remembering things that we never talked about in our Vegas update episodes.
I think about... not
there's a little mark on my monitor. There's a mark on my monitor and it's like right on your cheek, so it looks like I'm just going to like get it off your cheek, which I would never do in real life.
I think about Olive Garden breadsticks minimum 3 times a week.
Yeah,
minimum.
Yeah. I remember the first time I went to Olive Garden in 2018. I knew about the breadsticks, but because I ordered a main, because I could eat a main then. They bring out the breadsticks and they bring out this giant fucking bowl of salad, and I'm like, we didn't order that. It's like, yeah, you just get it because you ordered a main. It's like, excuse me, this is a fucking main. It's a bowl of salad. It's huge.
It's like there was a meme going around years ago where it was. I think it was maybe just on Tumblr, where it was like somebody having a conversation with someone. And it's like me stuffing the Olive Garden breadsticks into my bag. I have to go. Now,
there are some good Olive Garden breadstick memes out there.
The thing is, Olive Garden breadsticks are not what we call breadsticks.
No. Breadsticks to us are like grissini. They're hard, thin, crumbly.
Yeah. So I was confused as to why all these Americans were like obsessed with these. I was like, breadsticks are shit. And then I had the breadsticks and I was like,
yes. It's like a form of garlic bread, really.
Pretty much. I mean,
Here we go.
When I can't get Olive Garden breadsticks and I'm craving them in the US, and that's why I go to Sbarro, because they've got the breadstick garlic bread stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh.
It's kind of like an unknotted garlic knot.
Yes. Yes.
Here we go. Olive Garden waiter. Sir, you've already had 5 baskets of breadsticks. Me. And it's a screenshot from Breaking Bad with Walter talking to Saul saying, "We're done when I say we're done."
I know what I'm about, son.
Yes, I know. Exactly. Yeah, that is exactly it. No, too many. We can't just talk about memes. I got to stop looking at them.
Yeah, because it's actually making me sad and hungry.
Yep.
I just...
How are we doing? We're at 50 minutes. Okay. Well, I was talking about YouTube videos. So the only other YouTube video thing I think I have on my list is that one that I've been telling you now for weeks to watch. So clearly, Brogan, you've watched that home video that these people from Minnesota or wherever the fuck I said were from. You've watched it, right? The 1990 home video of Las Vegas. Oh, it looks like the screen's frozen. Brogan? Oh.
Did you genuinely think it frozen there?
No. Look. We had this conversation before we started the actual show. I knew that you hadn't watched it. We're doing a bit. Cheese bags, they can't hear this because I'm talking at a volume lower than they can recognize.
I don't know why Wayne's just like leaning into his mic. He's being weird. You know you're meant to talk on a podcast, right?
Oh, sorry. Are you a cheese bag? I didn't realize. But yeah, okay. So Brogan didn't watch it, but it just doesn't matter. There's a few things like it's an interesting watch just because it's old 1990, literal 1990, and I want to say it was April or May, Vegas. Now there are a few things in it that stood out. One, at one point they were driving down the strip, went past the volcano at the front of the Mirage. They were filming it from their moving car and like, should we get out and look at it? Like, yeah. So they just were able to stop on Las Vegas Boulevard South, get out of their car and look at it.
What?
How is it? Exactly. That doesn't sound possible.
That's not physically possible. I mean...
Today, no.
Yeah.
It's not a thing. You might be able to do it if there's one of the 5 parking spaces available at the Welcome to Las Vegas sign, but that's like the only spot.
Yeah, I mean, without actually like driving into the hotel and parking there, you can't do it.
It's possible that they did park somewhere near a hotel, but like either way, I mean, one, free parking, and the ability to just do that, it blew my mind.
Yeah.
But also, they're driving down the strip, and it's old Vegas, so I'm like, oh, there's the Riviera. That's not there anymore. But it is where they filmed the inside casino shots from Austin Powers' International Man of Mystery.
There you go.
And then, there's the such and such hotel. That's not there anymore either. So, oh, you see that hotel that looks like a little bit like the Strat, but a smaller version of it, way back in the background there. That's from the movie Mars Attacks. That's the building that Jack Nicholson's second character has, and it explodes and it falls down. And that was the real footage of the building being imploded that they used.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I don't know why I know so much about Las Vegas.
We know strange facts about Las Vegas.
Yeah. But it's weird seeing all that. But then they're staying at Circus. In 1990, I believe it was a reputable establishment. They've got home video footage of the circus acts going on. But emphasis on but.
Okay.
The guy with the camera kept on zooming in on performers' butts.
Oh.
And random ladies walking around. It's like, dude, you're aware everyone else is going to watch this.
Yeah.
20, early 20s, 21, 22-year-old guy, I guess. Yeah. But that's not all they saw. They also saw Sammy Davis Jr.
Wow.
Now, I want to say it was April, and this may have been, if not one of the very last shows that Sammy Davis Jr. ever did, because he died the next month.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And they're taking footage from wherever they were at the time, and you can see a hotel in the background. It had these like red and blue stripy lines on it, and I'm like, that can't be the Rio. The Rio wouldn't have been open, and it didn't have as many stripes on it as it does now.
Yeah.
Then I do a quick Google search. The Rio opened like 3 weeks before they were there, before they started filming their home videos. It's like, wow, that's insane. Crazy timing for the death of Sammy Davis Jr. and the opening of the Rio All Suites Hotel and Casino in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada.
The Rio, my beloved.
Yeah.
You deserve so much more.
They weren't blown away by the strip because it was not as big and as like neon as it is now, or LED, I guess. But they went downtown and they were like, yeah, this is fucking Vegas. like Fremont Street. Keep in mind, this is the 90s. This is before it was the Fremont Street experience. It didn't have that big dome covering. This is old Vegas.
Yeah, so this is back when they had the neon signs like
Yeah,
what's it? Vegas
exactly.
Vic.
Yeah, Cowboy Man, whose name I can't remember, and all that. Exactly.
Vegas Vic and Vegas Vicky.
That's them. Yeah, and there's giant signs that we have seen in person that they're filming, but the difference is we saw them at the Neon Graveyard.
Yeah.
Like the Stardust.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were talking about this in bonus content. That these people in 1990 were early 20s, and they're like 60 now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We compared it to game shows. It's like you watch a game show. Hi, I'm 30, I'm a plumber. It's like, no, you're not. You're 60, you're retired.
Yeah. I reckon at least one of them's dead.
Oh, 100%.
I reckon they met up with someone's parents or something like that at one point. I reckon they could be dead.
Yeah.
Easily. I guarantee you that there's someone other than Sammy Davis Jr. in that video who is dead.
Yeah.
What are the Vegas odds on that, Mitzi? What was it? I have to pay $100 to make a cent?
I think if Mitzi sends us a voice recorded, we should put the odds in. We'll come back to this.
It's not a bet that would take because it's a guarantee. There's so many people in that video in 1990. But I don't know when it was that my grandparents went to Vegas, but it was the 90s, and I when they were around the Golden Nugget filming, it's like I'm keeping an eye out just in case I see my grandmother or something, so I can comment on that video. My grandmother's in your home video. I demand you take this down. She was filmed without permission. But no, it is very interesting looking at the old style Vegas compared to the Vegas we know.
Yeah.
And in the Travel Ruby that I just watched, updates for January, apparently, whatever, the government, Vegas government, they've approved like 2 new sky bridges for down near the Strat, right? Down that end.
All right, cool.
Right. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, and it got me thinking. It's like fucking hell. It is hard to navigate to know where you need to go.
Yeah.
And I like to think we're pretty fucking good. Like our expertise level on navigation around the Strip is up there.
It's not bad.
Yeah, especially like we even know shortcuts now. Like that, like the back way that we went without having to cross sky bridges and shit, but we are able to cross the road. It's just so much quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we should talk to, because I reckon Jacob would have some good shortcuts.
I bet he would, actually, yeah.
We should talk to Jacob about it. We should get Jacob on just to talk about Las Vegas Strip's shortcuts.
Yeah.
It would be doing a service.
And whatever he wants.
Oh,
because that's the rules.
Yeah. Yep. In Travel Ruby's video as well, talking about, what was it called? The Venetian. And that is one hotel that I cannot navigate at all. Like, remember when we went back to Joburg and Sydney's?
Yeah.
And we could not get out of that fucking place.
Oh,
that's not the first time that's happened to me in that place, in that building.
That happened to me on my own as well, where I was like wandering around looking for the fucking Uber car park bit.
Yeah.
To the point that I had to grab a security guard and say, I need help.
Yeah. It's like the way that we did exit in like in the drop-off area. That's not where I wanted to be, because that you have to walk backwards to get onto the Strip, and then oh my god, so bad. I just wanted to get to like that giant escalator that we took up.
Yeah.
I wanted to be out there somewhere, and it's just impossible to find. And we even had Google Maps trying to navigate our way out, and it just led us to like dead ends and shit.
Yeah, that is the most horrific hotel to navigate I've ever been in.
Yeah. It was not a fun time.
No.
Yep.
I mean, it's a gorgeous hotel. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah. Because I don't think he was in the Venetian. He was in, what's the other one? Venetian and the... it's gone from my head. No, the Bellagio's on the other side of the road in Center Strip.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
No, what is it? Hey, Kez, what's the other hotel? The Venetian and the...
Palazzo?
Palazzo. Yeah. So Kez said the Plaza. She was wrong, but she was right. Because I believe Palazzo is Italian for plaza. Yeah. The Palazzo. So those two hotels together,
I think it's more that they are Venetian, but it's all the Venetian, but the Palazzo is the tower. It's like saying Masquerade is a different hotel to Rio.
I don't know.
Palazzo
I'm not
Tower
sure.
at the Venetian Resort.
You heard it here first, folks. The Palazzo Tower is part of the Venetian Hotel and Casino in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yes.
Yep. The odds of me going I was like not this year, but for Scoop Fest are extremely minimal.
That's sad.
In having said that, I think I'll still try to go by the end of the year.
The good thing about Scoop Fest tickets is they're always available. There's no upper limit on how much they can sell. Yeah. So, they're literally always available. And even if you make it last minute, you could probably turn up to the door and pay the money.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure you can buy them at the door. Mm-hmm. I'm sure I could walk in and no one would question me if I had a ticket or not.
I think as long as you didn't ask for your Scoop Fest bag, you'd probably be okay.
No, yeah, that's right. Yeah. I would just show up to Jacob's house. Hey, Jacob, I've come to say hi. Oh, what? Today's the whiskey barbecue? Oh, I didn't know. Sorry, buddy.
We're just so used to every time we're here just picking up Paul from here to do things.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. But see, Paul will probably be staying with Jacob, so he can't be like, we're just chauffeuring Paul here today.
Mm-hmm. Unless we take Paul out first.
Yeah. Look at me talking like I'm going to be there.
Chris and I were talking about it, and he was like, we'll have to find out when Paul's there so we can, take him comic shopping. And I went, you want to actually do that? Put yourself through that again? And he went, I didn't say I wanted to do it.
Yeah,
I was like,
exactly.
You're going to end up dropping Paul and I off at a comic shop like toddlers at a daycare. Coming back.
You're saying this as if Chris is going to be driving.
This is Chris's idea.
Do you think Chris is going to be driving?
I don't know. We haven't actually discussed that bit yet.
Okay. I feel like we should be able to get on the horn, call Chris and say, Chris, apparently you're going to be driving in Vegas, when you were like, nah, I would never do that.
He might.
Okay.
But we've also thrown around the idea of going to see Shania Twain.
Hey, I believe she's at the, don't tell me, I've stayed there. Mm-hmm. It's called the, fuck, what is it called?
She's in the hotel with...
Chris Angel.
Yeah, exactly.
But
it's also a restaurant.
Hollywood? No.
Yes, it is.
Planet Hollywood, yeah. I've stayed there.
Yeah, she's at the Planet Hollywood.
Yeah.
So
that is where you came and bothered me when I said, everybody leave me alone.
I think you said something, come and bother me.
It was kind of like, I think honestly, it was a direct tweet at you letting you know where I was without directly tweeting at you letting you know where I was.
Was it even conscious? Was it even a conscious thought? Or were you tweeting it like, I hope Brogan sees this and I hope Brogan turns up?
It was a little bit to like show off. It's like, guess where I am, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And also at the same time letting you know where I was. So,
yeah.
All right, where are we? We could probably start wrapping it up. Mm-hmm. I was looking at our Patreon, and it's I always feel like saying humbling is not the correct word. Mm-hmm. But when people say, like, when like a big Hollywood actor or something comes out to like big round of applause, like, oh my God, I feel so humbled. Mm-hmm. It's like, humbled to me feels like you should be put in your fucking place. So I don't know what the correct word is, but I see it and I see how many patrons we've got. And
it warms your cold dead heart.
It's like, it makes it feel real, because I'm also catching up on ICS and they're talking about the whole cast media issue. Mm-hmm. And how they're on paid hosting and how that does come with benefits. I'm like, wow, to be able to do that. We probably could. We could, due to patrons, we can increase the quality of this show.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Mm. So if you would like to increase the quality of the show, it's just increase the quality of the show. That just doesn't sound right now that I'm saying it out loud. Maybe the quality of the running of the show. It's patreon.com/nicepodbud. And you can throw a few dollars our way. And that gets you extra shit, like bonus content, which I got something to talk about that next episode during Art Talk. But yeah, you get bonus content, which is just more of us talking. It's like kind of like I don't know. It used to be like things that we cut out or that we. That's what it is. It's things that we deem not suitable for the podcast.
Yes.
That's what it is. So there's things that we're not comfortable telling the whole world. But
NSFP,
if you're a patron,
not safe for podcast.
If you're a patron, we just assume that you're our friend.
Yeah.
So we're happy disclosing this stuff. Like Brogan had surgery, and patrons knew before anybody else.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. But we will also send you things at a particular tier. You've sorted out last month, haven't you? So I'm this month, and I've gotten some goods that I need to like. There's some arts and crafts involved. There'll be some handiwork from me going into this. We'll talk about it in the bonus stuff, so the patrons that they can know what they're going to get for January. But I enjoy doing the art stuff for that as well. So I'm getting something out of it more than just support for the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? Do you find it more stressful?
I just enjoy doing this. I mean, that's yeah.
Yeah.
I just enjoy getting up and chatting to having a good excuse to chat to my friend once a week.
There you go. Once a week and once a week only. Other than that, it's direct messaging and nothing else.
Yeah.
Or occasionally a voice memo. Mm-hmm. There's also a super secret tier on there that we're not going to talk about, that we never talk about.
No, but it's funny. What I will say is, listening to ICS, they did mention a similar tier to, well, not kind of, but they were talking about, it's like, we should add a tier to the podcast that if you pay us X amount of money, we will stop. And I'm like, that's my joke.
Oh, yeah. Well, they used to do a thing.
$8,000 a month, I will stop.
Yeah. They used to do, before they had Jock vs. Nerd Days, they were like, there is an amount that will have us, like, come, like, perform for you.
Yeah.
Like, to hire us. There's an amount to hire us. And that turned into a Jock vs. Nerd Day. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can joke about these things, but people may demand certain things one day. You never know.
Hey, if the money's good for it, if it's within our if it's within our capabilities of doing it, then yeah, fuck yeah.
But in having said that, not everybody can afford to support their favourite podcast. Look at me saying that we're some people's favourite podcasts. For example, I can't afford to support my favourite podcast, which is Ice Cream Social at the moment. So I've had to pause my Patreon. But look, if you can't give us money, we totally understand. You can still support us though, and that's just by listening every week, interacting with us on social media, giving a like, thumbs up, sharing, things like that. That is a legitimate thing that helps the podcast. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't care what anyone else says. It helps.
It does.
I don't care what they say about you, Brogan. I think you're all right. That's kind of like saying that, isn't it? Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think when you consider like social media, the landscape of social media these days, maybe it doesn't help. That doesn't matter. Still do it. And you can find us on social media at NicePodBud on all your local social media channels. However, you can also talk with Brogan on these social media channels by looking for at 7 Billion Needles.
And you can chat to Wayne at Wayne Geo.
So yeah, find us, yell at us, do whatever it is. You can talk nicely to us as well. You don't have to yell at us. That's totally up to you. But anyway, thanks for stopping by and having a listen.
As always, stay fresh, cheese bags.